This is Atarian News Channel, and here are the big stories of the day. Google unveils Veo 3, Imagen 4, and Flow, the future of AI powered creativity. In a massive leap for creative artificial intelligence, Google has unveiled three powerful tools aimed at transforming how we tell stories visually, artistically, and even cinematically. Leading the announcement is Veo 3, Google's most advanced text to video model yet. Veo is capable of generating full length, high definition videos up to several minutes long from nothing more than a text prompt. Think cinematic camera motion, realistic characters, and fine tuned scene composition. It's a filmmaker's dream powered by AI. Then there's Imagen 4, a next generation text to image model. Building on the success of its predecessors, Imagen 4 brings photorealistic generation, higher resolution, and better control, making it one of the most accurate image creators currently available. And finally, Flow. Designed for the entertainment industry, Flow is a collaborative AI workspace where filmmakers can script, storyboard, design, and visualize their projects using natural language. It's not just a tool, it's a virtual production studio. Together, these releases mark Google's strongest move yet into AI powered creativity, and the industry is watching closely. Adobe to auto migrate users to more expensive AI plans in June. If you are an Adobe Creative Cloud subscriber, brace yourself. Your subscription is about to get more expensive. Starting this June, Adobe will begin automatically migrating users to a new pricier plan that includes its Firefly generative AI tools. These include features like automatic background removal, AI generation, and smart enhancements across Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. Adobe claims this reflects added value and new functionality, but critics argue the change is being forced on users without clear consent. Many long-time subscribers, especially freelancers and small studios, are voicing concerns over risking costs and lack of an opt-out option. While Adobe insists this shift is in response to demand for generative AI tools, it's clear that not every user wants to pay for features they didn't ask for. The move reflects a broader trend in the industry where AI upgrades are being bundled into software whether users need them or not. Amazon drones get FAA green light to carry lithium ion batteries. Amazon is clearing another regulatory hurdle in its push to dominate drone based delivery. The Federal Aviation Administration has officially approved Amazon's request to transport lithium ion batteries using prime air drones. This is a significant step because lithium batteries used in everything from smartphones to electric razors were previously considered too risky for aerial transport due to fire hazards. This approval means Amazon can now deliver thousands of everyday items that depend on those batteries, opening the door to more versatile, higher value drone deliveries. It also puts Amazon ahead of its competitors in the race to scale drone logistics, an industry expected to grow into the billions over the next decade. Safety remains a concern, but with FAA backing, Amazon is ready to fly. Google's 3D video calling booth, Beam, coming in 2025. Imagine having a conversation with someone miles away and feeling like they are right in the room with you. That's the promise of Google's newly branded Beam, a futuristic 3D video calling system. Previously known as Project Starline, Beam uses advanced depth sensing cameras, light field display tech, and AI to create a volumetric, life size image of the person you're talking to. No headset, no glasses, just a near holographic experience. After years of internal testing, Google says Beam will finally ship in late 2025, though only to enterprise and healthcare customers at first. Why the limited release? Because Beam isn't cheap and it's big. This is not a gadget for your living room. Still, it represents a huge leap forward in telepresence and a glimpse of where communication is headed. Gemini app gets real-time AI video and deep research features. Google is rapidly evolving its Gemini AI app turning it into a personal assistant and now a media creation powerhouse. With the latest update, users can generate real time AI videos from simple text prompts. Want to see a cat flying a plane or a historical reenactment? Just type it in. But there's more. A powerful new feature called Deep Research allows users to ask complex questions and receive structured, source cited answers, much like a built in research assistant. It organizes information, includes references, and can even summarize large documents on the fly. These updates push Gemini beyond just being a chatbot. It's now a creative studio, a researcher, and an AI content engine all rolled into one. And as Google continues to integrate Gemini across Android, Chrome, and its workspace tools, the age of super apps may finally be upon us. Google launches Project Mariner, an AI agent that can browse the web for you. Google has launched a bold new AI experiment called Project Mariner, a web browsing AI agent that can actively navigate, interact with, and retrieve data from live websites. Unlike previous models that simply reference training data or indexed search results, Mariner behaves like a human web user. It can fill out forms, click buttons, read dynamic content, and even compare information across websites, especially acting as your personal internet assistant. This brings a new level of autonomy to AI agents. Instead of you browsing for answers, the AI goes out, searches, reads, and reports back. Google sees this as the next step in the evolution of search, a transition from keyword based engines to task completing agents. Still in early testing, Mariner shows what AI might look like when it can truly browse the web instead of just summarizing it. Google introduces Stitch, AI powered app design tool for developers. App development is about to get a lot easier thanks to Google's new AI design tool called Stitch. Stitch is an intelligent assistant that helps developers turn natural language descriptions into fully functional app designs. Just describe your app, what it does, how it should look, what features it needs, and Stitch builds a layout, suggests components, and even generates Figma mockups or Android XML. It integrates directly into Android Studio and can bridge into material design guidelines, meaning developers don't just get a rough sketch, they get prediction ready UI recommendations. For startups, indie devs, or anyone building fast, Stitch cuts weeks of development timelines and makes design accessible to non designers. AI is no longer just helping us write code, it's helping us design the user experience from the ground up. Android Studio gets journeys and agent mode with agentic AI. Continuing its push into intelligent development environments, Google has supercharged Android Studio with two powerful features: Journeys and Agent Mode, both part of its new agentic AI framework. Let's break that down. Journeys lets developers define multi step goals like building a login screen, implementing a shopping cart, or preparing a build for release. Android Studio tracks your progress, anticipates next steps, and recommends actions based on the current context. Agent Mode, on the other hand, introduces a live AI collaborator that understands the entire project's code base, architecture, and dependencies. You can ask it to debug, generate test cases, and explain unfamiliar code in real time. Together, these features are transforming Android Studio from a code editor into a full blown AI powered code developer. For Android engineers, this could mean faster development, fewer bugs, and more time to focus on innovation. Google's Gemma AI model can now run directly on phones. In a major breakthrough for edge computing, Google's latest Gemma AI model has been optimized to run natively on smartphones, no cloud access required. This is a big deal. Previously, large language models had to be processed in the cloud due to their size and computational demands. But the lightweight version of Gemma can now perform tasks like summarizing texts, translating languages, and even answering questions, all on device. This offers faster response times, improved privacy, and offline functionality for users, especially in regions with limited connectivity. It also lays the groundwork for AI assistants that are always with you, fully integrated into your device and entirely under your control. Gemma could be the first true everywhere AI that fits in your pocket. Dell unveils unified private cloud platform for enterprise AI workloads. Dell is making a bold play in the enterprise cloud space with a newly announced unified platform designed for private cloud environments. The system consolidates storage, compute, networking, and management under one umbrella, allowing enterprises to run cloud like services directly in their own data centers. It's built for flexibility, AI readiness, and compliance heavy industries that can't afford to outsource data to public clouds. Dell's pitch is simple: you get the scalability and agility of the cloud without sending your sensitive data off premises. It also includes integrated support for Kubernetes, AI model training, and hybrid workloads across edge locations. In other words, Dell's new private cloud is not just a data center, it's a full stack AI platform for enterprises who want control, performance, and privacy. Microsoft adds AI features to File Explorer. Edit images, summarize documents instantly. Microsoft is bringing AI straight into your file system. In a surprising but welcome move, the latest Windows 11 update introduces AI powered features directly into File Explorer. That means users can now summarize documents and edit images right from their file context menu without needing to open full apps. Using Microsoft's Copilot integration, a single right click on a text file brings up an automatic summary, while image files can be resized, enhanced, or edited using AI instantly. The idea is to streamline common tasks and eliminate unnecessary steps. Whether you're reviewing reports or preparing graphics, the AI assistant is now baked directly into your everyday workflow. This is part of Microsoft's larger vision to embed AI across all its platforms, making productivity smarter at every level, even in the tools you've used for decades. Apple may let developers build on top of its native AI stack. A major shift may be coming to Apple's traditionally closed ecosystem. According to reports ahead of WWDC 2025, Apple plans to let developers build directly on top of its AI frameworks, a move that would unlock powerful capabilities across iOS, macOS, and visionOS. Sources say developers could gain access to on device AI APIs, including for language generation, image processing, and user intent prediction, all while respecting Apple's focus on privacy and security. If true, this would signal Apple's transition from an AI minimalist to a major player in the AI ecosystem, not just for end users, but for the entire app development community. And with Apple's unique position in hardware and software integration, this could lead to deeply optimized AI experiences, running locally, fast, and securely on Apple Silicon. The walled garden may not be coming down, but it is getting smarter. AI agent adoption rises alongside IT budgets and cybersecurity risks. AI agents are no longer a future trend. They are already reshaping how businesses operate. From customer service bots to internal automation tools, companies across industries are deploying intelligent agents at scale. And with that growth comes a surge in IT spending, cybersecurity investment, and risk management protocols. According to a recent survey of enterprise leaders, over 60% reported an increase in IT budgets, especially tied to AI deployments. But they are also raising concerns. Data leakage, model hallucinations, and integration issues are among the top threats. CISOs and CIOs now face a new balancing act, harnessing AI to boost productivity while defending their infrastructure from the very new risks that AI introduces. In short, more opportunity but also more danger, and both are growing fast. Critical bug discovered in OpenPGP.js encryption library. A newly discovered vulnerability is sending shocks through the cybersecurity community. Researchers have identified a serious flaw in OpenPGP.js, a widely used encryption library that powers secure messaging in dozens of applications and platforms. The bug allows malicious actors to subtly alter messages without detection, breaking the integrity guarantees that form the backbone of secure communication. Even though encryption may still be intact, message authenticity could be compromised. A patch has been released, but experts are urging developers and service providers to immediately audit their systems, especially if they rely on JavaScript based encryption in the browser. This incident serves as a stark reminder encryption is only as strong as the software that implements it, and even open source libraries trusted for years are not immune to critical failures. Netflix is turning Clash of Clans into an animated series. One of the world's most iconic mobile games is making its way to the small screen. Netflix has confirmed that it's developing an animated series based on Clash of Clans, the massively popular strategy game with over a decade of global fandom. While details are still emerging, early reports suggest the series will focus on the game's quirky characters, battle driven narrative, and signature comedic style. The show is expected to appeal to both long-time players and new audiences. This follows Netflix's continued investment in game to screen adaptations, including hits like Arcane, The Witcher, and Castlevania. For Clash of Clans, it's an evolution from base building to world building, and for Netflix, it's another bold move in its quest to dominate both streaming and gaming content. Waffle House adds fast EV charging stations at its 24/7 diners. In a move that blends classic Americana with modern sustainability, Waffle House has announced the rollout of fast electric vehicle charging stations at select 24/7 diner locations. Known for its iconic yellow signs and round the clock service, Waffle House diners will now offer drivers a chance to recharge both their bodies and their EVs under one roof. This initiative aims to support the growing number of electric vehicle owners, especially on long road trips where charging infrastructure is still patchy. By pairing comfort food with fast charging, Waffle House is helping bridge the gap between tradition and the future of transportation. Microsoft revives classic MS DOS edit text editor in modern shell. For fans of retro computing, Microsoft has a nostalgic treat. The beloved MS DOS edit text editor is making a comeback, now integrated into the Windows Terminal and PowerShell environments. Originally launched in the DOS era, Edit was a simple, lightweight text editor used for quick edits without needing full featured IDEs. This revival caters to developers and sysadmins who prefer minimalist tools or want a quick way to tweak config files within modern shells. Though it's a small feature, it reflects Microsoft's ongoing appreciation for its computing heritage and the enduring utility of simple, efficient software. Fortnite returns to Apple's US App Store after a 5-year ban. After a lengthy and highly publicized legal battle, Fortnite has officially returned to Apple's US App Store, ending a 5-year absence that frustrated millions of players. Epic Games and Apple's dispute began over in app purchase policies, leading to Fortnite's removal in 2020. The recent agreement now allows Fortnite to be downloaded and updated on iPhones and iPads, bringing the popular Battle Royale experience back to Apple's massive user base. This development not only benefits gamers but could shape future developer app store negotiations in the mobile ecosystem. For many, the return of Fortnite signals a thaw in one of the most contentious app store battles in recent tech history. KDE introduces Carton, a native virtual machine manager. The KDE community, known for its open source desktop software, has launched Carton, a native virtual machine manager designed specifically for KDE Plasma environments. Carton aims to simplify managing virtual machines, containers, and development sandboxes with a user friendly interface and deep integration into the KDE desktop. By providing native support for virtualization, Carton allows developers and power users to run multiple OS instances seamlessly, boosting productivity and experimentation. This marks an important step in bringing advanced virtualization tools to Linux desktop users without relying on external app or command line utilities. LLMD, Kubernetes Native Distributed AI Inference at Scale. The world of large language models just got a boost from the cloud native community. LLMD is a new open source platform designed to enable distributed inference of large language models directly on Kubernetes clusters. This means enterprises can run massive AI models efficiently across multiple nodes, scaling up performance while maintaining flexibility. By integrating with Kubernetes, the dominant container orchestration system, LLMD provides a standardized, cloud native way to deploy, monitor, and manage AI inference workloads. This technology is a game changer for companies looking to harness large scale AI without the complexity of traditional infrastructure. And that wraps up today's edition of Ethereum News. If you found today's coverage insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a headline that matters. Until next time, stay informed, stay sharp, and thanks for watching.